Let me quickly explain something. The gallbladder is not there to produce bile, but to store it. It is actually our liver that produces the bile. But without somewhere to store it, it can only produce on demand. Bile is produced by our body in order to break down fats in the small intestine. Now, the misconception here is that if we do not have a gallbladder, we do not have bile, which is actually not true. We do have bile, as I mentioned, on demand. And again, a lot of people worry that they cannot go on a high-fat diet, such as the ketogenic diet, because there is a lot of fat and they do not have a gallbladder to store bile in. The truth is, you can absolutely follow a high-fat ketogenic diet without a gallbladder just by making some adjustments. In this video, we're going to go over 6 ways that you can follow a ketogenic diet without a gallbladder as they are presented on Perfect Keto. But who am I anyway? Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Talita from Shrinking with Keto, and I have now lost over 200 pounds on the ketogenic diet and fasting. Now, throughout this journey, I have helped and coached plenty of people reach their goal, and I hope to do the same for you. Now, full disclaimer, every single piece of information that I am providing you with in this video is based on my own very extensive research, but I am not a doctor nor a medical provider. And please consult with your doctor, as this video is for educational purposes only. Now, once your gallbladder is removed from the equation, the whole digestion process is just a little bit different. Your liver, as I mentioned earlier, will still produce bile, but now it has nowhere to store it. So instead of dumping large amounts of bile, it shifts to producing smaller amounts of bile. The problem here is that your liver might take some time to adjusting the amount of bile it needs to produce on a high-fat diet, especially if you directly go in head first. And if fats are not properly digested, then your body will not be able to take out all the essential nutrients. Number 1, ease into keto and reduce your carbs slowly. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we want to give the time to your liver to adjust with the amount of fat that you are eating. By going head first into a ketogenic diet and starting immediately with a 75% fat, this is going to give a difficult time to your liver to understand how much bile you actually need. My advice here is to start one meal at a time. So first, choose a meal of the day, let's say lunch. Reduce your carbohydrate intake and increase your fats by a little bit. Now you can eyeball this. For example, if you were going to have a salad, a fatty salad in this case, with some bread, just omit the bread and don't go really high on the fats. And let that be the first meal you do that with. Then so on and so forth. Within the next coming days, increase your fat intake by a little bit, decrease your carbohydrate intake by a little bit. This way, you're going to be able to listen to your body too. So if you start having some digestive problems, or you feel that you're bloated, or you feel that you have pain, then you will decrease your fat a little bit and take it from there. Listen to your body. Increase it where you're comfortable. Keep increasing it where you're comfortable. And if you're not comfortable, just decrease it to the level you were before. This way, you will be giving time to your liver to adjust to your new nutritional needs and to excrete as much bile as your body needs for that meal. Number 2, pair your fats with soluble fiber. Now, when you're first eating a high-fat diet, and this can happen even with people that actually do have a gallbladder, if you notice that your stool is really greasy, then your body is having a hard time digesting that fat. Nuts, seeds, and veggies have soluble fiber that pulls in water during this digestive process. Now, this soluble fiber turns into a gel-like, imagine a Jell-O. It's a gel-like substance that slows down the digestion process and it helps you digest better. Here's a list of keto-approved foods that are packed with fiber and you should combine with your fats when you're doing keto without a gallbladder. Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cabbage, asparagus, artichokes, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, flax seeds, and chia seeds. Number 3, help your body digest these foods properly. How would you do that? By adding a list of foods that actually signal to your liver to produce more bile. Lemon, lime, celery, apple cider vinegar, sauerkraut, and ginger are all foods that help your liver secrete more bile. So if you eat these in combination when you eat your fats, this is going to help your body produce more bile and help with the whole digestive process. Before we move on to number 4, let me interrupt you for a second. If this is the first time you're seeing this pretty face, let's make sure it's not the last. So please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and ring that bell icon so that YouTube can let you know every single time I make a new video for you. And please feel free to ask me anything you want down in the comments section below, and I will try my best to answer every single one of your questions. Number 4, stay hydrated, but with one exception. You see, when you drink liquids with your meal or right before and right after your meal, you're actually flushing out your body's own digestive enzymes. So in order to make sure you don't do this, avoid drinking water half an hour before your meal, during your meal, and half an hour after. Well, I'm not saying if you're actually choking, drink some water, but if you can manage and you can handle it, half an hour before, during your meal, and half an hour later will help you in your digestive process. Number 5, prefer medium chain fatty acids such as MCT oil over long chain fatty acids. And let me explain why. You see, long chain fatty acids, such as the ones found in milk and beef and egg yolks, require more bile in order to be broken down. But medium chain fatty acids, such as those found in coconut oil and in grass-fed butter, MCT oil that I also mentioned earlier, are much easier for your body to digest. This is not to say that if you have a long ketogenic journey, you're only going to be having MCT oil, coconut oil, or butter. This is to say that when you first start off on your ketogenic journey without a gallbladder, let's help your liver ease into this. So avoid the other ones and try to go with the medium chain fatty acids until you feel comfortable enough. Then you can start eating the long chain fatty acids as well. Number 6, supplement with nutritional shakes. Now the idea here again is to help the whole digestive process. So in the beginning, while easing in the ketogenic diet, we can help our digestion by taking our intake, our fat intake, within the form of a shake. So make your very own keto smoothies, and you can find plenty of recipes on this channel and on many channels because there are plenty of yummy keto smoothies and shakes that can help with the digestive process. The bottom line here is to find a way to implement these 6 steps that I told you in your ketogenic journey when you're first starting off without a gallbladder in order to help your digestive process be smoother and in order to help your liver catch up with this new way of eating and produce the bile that is necessary to break down these newfound fats. A tip here is that when you're starting keto without a gallbladder, something that I do not usually suggest to people that do have a gallbladder is to have smaller meals and more often. Usually on my channel, you'll hear me push to 1 meal a day. You have 1 meal of all your calories and all your fats. In your case, I would rather you break this down to 6, even 7 small meals so we can slowly ease into this transition. Now, if you have gotten any value out of this video, I will kindly ask you to press the thumbs up button as this helps YouTube take this content and push it out to more people that need it, just like you. So there you have it, 6 ways to implement the ketogenic diet without a gallbladder. And as always, chin up, or you know by now, the crown slips.